Yes, baby, we're feeling so good because we're with you, Mzansi. And thank you so much for trusting us to make you feel good so that you have the most perfect day. Now, on this Tuesday, we're getting into how just ahead of World Diabetes Day on the 14th of November, leaders, experts, and everyday heroes are coming together for the 2025 Diabetes Summit in Johannesburg, the city of gold. It's a 3-day event driving change under the theme, Innovate for Impact. Now, this morning, we're joined by a powerful advocate who makes sure that the voices of those living with diabetes are heard where it matters most, my friend. So everyone, please can we give a feel-good welcome to Amanda Mashego. Amanda, how are you, my gorgeous?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm amazing, thank you. Amanda, you look so stunning in your blue for the blue circle. Oh, a queen that is on brand.
I'm glad you picked that up.
Of course. And Amanda, we are in what we call Diabetes Awareness Month. Of course, the actual day is on the 14th of November. But we always need to ask, you know, in terms of the day, World Diabetes Day, what is the purpose of it and why do we need to recognize it each and every year?
First and foremost, I think I need to start by saying there's over 4.3 million South Africans that are living with diabetes. And World Diabetes Day, although it started in 1991, but it's just basically a day where we get to bring awareness, to just zoom in on the impact that is caused by diabetes.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's basically our month. It's not only about the 14th of November, and that's why I'm wearing blue today.
I love it, exactly. And of course, it's in line with the blue circle.
Yes.
What is the significance of the blue circle?
So the blue circle is a universal symbol of diabetes. And I'm actually wearing it today as well.
There it is.
It's a universal symbol of diabetes. Like I said, also it brings light to the impact of diabetes.
Yeah.
And at the same time, for me, what it means community. It means that I'm not doing this alone.
Yeah.
So every time I see a blue circle, I'm like, oh, that's me.
You get me.
You get me and I get you.
That's beautiful. Yeah. And someone who, like yourself, you know, who has had a personal experience with type 1 diabetes, you know, I think that it really is something that is special that you're also an advocate for diabetes and you're standing in that gap for those who don't necessarily have a voice. So then talk to us about the significance of the summit itself, especially under the theme, which is Innovate for Impact, transforming the future of diabetes in South Africa. What does that mean to you personally?
First of all, I'm super excited. So the Diabetes Alliance always hosts these diabetes summits every single year.
Yes.
And this year's topic is Innovate for Impact.
Yeah.
And as a diabetes advocate, I've been on the ground. So I've seen what it's like to manage diabetes. And not only have I been on the ground, but I've also had personal lived experience of what managing diabetes is like.
Yeah.
And I can tell you now that we have an education problem.
Sure.
And not only do we have an education problem, but we have an access to care problem as well. Like, for example, if we're talking innovation, we cannot ignore, first of all, the new technologies that are actually taking over globally, but that haven't even arrived in South Africa. For example, we're talking about a CGM, which is a technology you put on your arm, and it sends all of your glucose readings to your phone, so you don't have to prick every single time. We're talking about flexi pens, you know, an easy-to-use insulin pen that you have to dial up and then inject. You don't have to draw from a vial and those long needles. And currently in South Africa, we're experiencing that we are not getting access to that care. You know, there are a lot of gogos out there that still have to use vials, even though their eyesight is not perfect, you know. So as a Diabetes Alliance, we are saying, where do we go from now? So sitting here, I'm representing that Mkulu in the township that is scared of complication or is about to be amputated. That little boy also who is constantly struggling with the shortages of insulin pens. So we are here to ask the question to the policymakers as well, as to say, where do we go from here?
Yes. And that's so beautiful that you're standing in the gap for those people, because it is about the marginalized and how those of us who have platforms and have access can help them out, right?
Exactly.
And thank you for doing that work, Amanda, because I think it's so special to be able to take that on. But talk to me then also just about how, you know, the summit is all about putting forward the lived experience of people with diabetes, right? For you as somebody who has that lived experience, how has it really influenced your own journey in terms of advocacy? And also just more than anything else, you know, how it's really allowed you to, I want to say, even really have expectations of even our policymakers.
So first of all, I would like to say that the Diabetes Alliance gives a voice to the voiceless.
Yes.
The one thing that I like about our organization is that we believe that nothing about us without us. So the first thing, when we talk about transformation, we look at making sure that we are involved in conversations that shape our care.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. We need to be heard, and we also need to be involved in conversations that shape our care. And the one thing I like about the Diabetes Alliance as well is the fact that we're going to have those policymakers in the room.
I love
we're bringing patient advocates, we're bringing healthcare professionals, stakeholders, and the policymakers. So we get to ask them these questions that we have.
Amazing.
So it's going to be an amazing summit where we get to actually pinpoint these things, to talk about them as to why are we still not having access to care and the education that we deserve.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And Amanda, thank you for being our advocate. And by that, I'm saying particularly for diabetes.
Yeah.
One last thing, it's taking place from the 11th to the 13th of November.
Of course.
Talk to us about where people can get tickets.
First of all, please run to the website, www.diabetes.org. That's where you get to purchase tickets. We're almost at capacity, so do make sure that you make your way there.
Amazing.
And if you're looking for any other updates, you can go to our social media pages at Diabetes Alliance on all social media platforms. And I'll also be posting on my personal pages as well, Amanda_Mash. So all of the details, you'll find them there.
Beautiful. And people will be able to watch online if they can't make it in person.
Please do make sure to check out our social media pages. We're coming up with announcements soon about the online registrations.
Amazing.
And if you can be able to access the summits there.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Amanda. And again, congratulations on all of the great work that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, Mzansi. It's always so amazing to be able to see people who are genuinely standing in the gap and doing the work that matters. And more than anything else, make sure that you, my friend, are a part of this really incredible machine that is moving forward, that is all about getting people access to what we call, of course, I think moving forward more than anything else when it comes to diabetes. And don't forget to go to www.diabetesalliance.org.za to register and purchase your ticket. Tickets start from 750 Rand. And go ahead and be a part of this beautiful thing that Amanda's told us all about. Right about now, though, as we continue having a conversation here, I know that there's a conversation there in Cape Town. My beautiful friends, what are you cooking up that side?